Today I'm going to share the 5 books that have changed my life for the better and I think everybody should read. My name is Matthew Kelly. I'm a digital marketer that helps real estate agents stay top of mind and build their brand through video marketing. I post every videos here every Thursday around real estate, personal development, and marketing. So make sure to subscribe if you're not already and drop a like button if you gained any bit of value from this video. The first book I would recommend everybody to read would be The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Now, this was one of the first books I've read that really opened my eyes, and one of the key takeaways that I got from this was really the 80-20 principle that Tim talks about, and this is where 80% of your results only come from about 20% of your efforts. So what Tim suggests is that you look for systems and processes to be put in place in all your businesses, or really life for that matter, to streamline the 80% of work so that you can only focus your time on the 20% that is the most effective. Now, I've applied this to my life in a variety of different ways, from daily habit tracking to just being overall more effective in my work done on a day-to-day basis. Now, one of the key quotes that is a great reminder of this principle is doing something unimportant well does not make it important. And this is a great thing to keep in mind to make sure that you're not just doing work to be busy, but you're doing work to be effective. The second book I'd recommend anybody to read would be Atomic Habits by James Clear, as this is a great book to really understand how to improve your life over the long term, as James talks about the 1% rule, which is making small incremental changes every day to get 1% better, as this is rooted in the compounding effect, which is mostly talked about with compound interest. And as Albert Einstein once said, and with good reason, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. And the reason why this is because the interest on your interest can produce you with huge results. If you look at a monthly investment of $100 with a rate of return of 7% over 30 years, you will end up with $122K at the end of it all. However, you will have only had to contribute $36K. At first, the results were very little, but over time, they ramp up as you stay consistent with it. As you can see here, according to James's model, after 1 month, you're only going to be about 30% better. But after 5 months, you'll be 6 times better. And then after 1 year, you can be 30 times better. Now, obviously, we can't measure what 1% incremental changes is on your day-to-day life. However, the concept is still the same, to try to get better little by little each day. And a great quote that really summarizes, I guess, this habit or this principle would be, good habits make time your ally, where bad habits make time your foe. To ensure that you can continuously get better 1% each day, James suggests that you start off slow and build your way into the habit. So rather than looking to work out, let's say for 1 hour each day, maybe start with a 15-minute jog and then build yourself up to that so that you can incrementally get better 1% each day. The third book that I'd recommend anybody to read would be Rich Dad Poor Dad, as this is a great financial book for anybody looking to lay the foundation for their financial literacy. Now, while it is pretty basic in nature, it is some great timeless principles that everybody should know. And the biggest one of all that I took away was that the rich buy assets were the poor buy liabilities. And when Robert Kiyosaki came out with this book in the 1990s, there was a massive uproar as he started to claim that your primary residence house is not actually an asset like everybody has been saying, but rather a liability because it takes money away from your pockets. As Rich Dad explains, assets are things that put money in your pocket, where liability is things that take money away from your pocket. An asset is anything that produces income or appreciates with value over time. So some great examples of common assets that you can see day to day would be stocks or indexes, income properties through real estate or commercial income properties. It could also be any paintings, or watches, or collectible things that you enjoy, like baseball cards, or even an asset for that matter. The fourth book I'd recommend would be DotCom Secrets. Now, this is the first book in Russell Brunson's Secrets trilogy, which the other two are Expert Secrets and Traffic Secrets. Now, in the DotCom Secrets, Russell really gives a high-level overview of what marketing strategies you should be implementing implementing today in the current times. Now, one of the key tactics that Russell does to ensure that his marketing strategy has the most optimal level of success is utilizing this tool called the value ladder that will translate into his sales funnels. The value ladder is a visual map of incrementally increasing value of products that you offer to your customers. As if you propose to a random stranger off the street today, they would obviously say no. And similarly is true with your product. As I'm sure you're aware, if you try to get a client to list with you in the first 15 seconds or 20 seconds of meeting with you, and you ask them to work with you exclusively, will that work out? Of course not. So what Russell suggests is that you start providing value with lower levels of commitment, either through, let's say, a free video like this one on YouTube, or maybe a PDF with an email exchange, starting to build a relationship with that person in advance so that when they are ready to necessarily sell their home, you have already built a relationship and what you would almost consider like the version of dating, so that when they are ready to list their home, you can then ask the question. The fifth book I'd recommend anybody to read would be The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. Now, this is a book about a hotshot lawyer who has a heart attack and then realizes that there's more to life, so he sells all his property and goes to India to learn the learnings of the sages of Savannah. Once he returns to America, he is here to share it with his best friend. Now, I thought this book was a fantastic read because it was more like a conversation between two best friends while also having some deep insights on how to live a more happy and fulfilled and realistically grateful life. The key point I learned from this book was that Robin kept talking about being aware about what you put in your mind, as negative thoughts rarely have any positive connotation, and on average, your mind thinks about 60 thoughts a day. So if your habits are very negative, then you're going to have more of a negative mindset. So ensure that what you are putting in is what you would like to receive. So those are the 5 books I have read so far that have made the biggest impact on my life. Comment below if you have any life-changing books, as I'm always looking for other books to read. Otherwise, make sure to drop a like if you gained any value out of this video, and make sure to subscribe to not miss out on any videos I post every Thursday around personal development, real estate, and marketing. If you enjoyed this video, you might be interested in one of my other playlists off to the side. One of them is MK's Book Club, where I review books that I've read on a monthly basis and give you my thoughts and feedback on each of them.